Hey guys, it is Saturday. I am out for a spin to the Loch Lomond Dam, and today I am riding my cyclocross bike. It might not be the ideal choice, because it is the ideal choice for more than 75% of the ride, but the last bit is becomes rocky quad trail. I don't know if I'd call it truly off-road, but yeah, it's more or less off-road, and definitely better suited to a mountain bike. But I said I was going to try and be more adventurous on this bike because it is capable of handling that sort of stuff. But you just have to approach things at slower speeds, and I really don't have optimized gearing for that kind of exploring right now. I mean, this has standard road gearing on it. Well, that's not true. It has a 50-tooth big ring and 39 small, which would be a small ring for the road. So there's one climb on that road, that road trail, that I might not be able to climb up with this gearing, so we'll see. Really should get a 36 tooth, so 36-27. I should be able to climb up most stuff, except for extreme stuff. And I'm running probably 50 psi in these tires. They're 40mm Clement Cyclo-cross tires. So gonna slow us down on the way there since they're so soft, but we'll need those pressures once we do get to the rougher stuff. It's a nice smooth ride though. Just gonna take it easy. It's an endurance day. I mean, once we get to the rougher stuff, you know, the terrain is basically going to dictate the intensity. So we will be going hard through some sections there, because there's no other way to go through them. We got 2 water bottles full of watered down Gatorade. We have a power bar with us, so we should have enough calories to get us through the ride. Guesstimating it'll take about 3 hours. I changed the settings on my camera for the past little while. I've been using, I think, R3 setting, which is 720p at 60 frames a second. And I'm still not happy with the rendering that my video editor does. It's not as clear, and it gets grainy in sections. I think part of it might be my laptop, because the recommended specs for the editor are, what is it, an i7 or whatever processor. I have an i5. So I went down to R2, which is 70 frames at 720p at 30 frames a second. So it should put less stress on my processor, as well as it should use less memory. At R3 on a 16 gigabyte card, I fill up the card in about hour 35, hour 45 minutes. So R2 should maybe get me 2 hours or more. I talk a lot on these vlogs, like only a small percentage of what I actually vlog about makes it into like a 20-30 minute vlog. Got to talk all the time, because you never know, something interesting is going to happen. I do also do motorcycle vlogging, which is a very popular subculture on YouTube. And I bought a motorbike 2010, a super motard, and got into vlogging. I have a small channel, but I have a steady stream of views there. About 400 views a day. And I'm like, you know what? Cycling is my first love, and there are very few people doing this kind of vlogging on bicycles, especially when I started doing it a couple years ago. See, there's more doing it now, but I was definitely one of the first people to dive into it. And here's where we head off the beaten track. Beautiful cliffs. But now it gets rougher. Yeah, picked a decent pressure for comfort. Let's hope we don't pinch flat. First steep rocky hill. Handled that no problem. Now the rocky downhills will definitely be a little more difficult. Not so bad. Another rocky uphill. Loose shale. Another shale downhill. Yeah, I think we're coming up on the toughest hill on this road. If we can ride up it on this bike with this gearing, I'll be impressed. And not helping is the fact that it's wet. We did it. Now we're starting to come up on some mud bogs. I've already had a couple rim strikes on the rear, so there is the risk of pinch flatting, especially on the rear. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I got one spare tube with me. long walk out, and no cell service for kilometers. Wow, really rocky. Well, there's one section that probably could have ridden if I really hand-picked my way through there, but really crazy rocky section. Okay, so come to the fork. I've been to the left a bunch of times and taken you guys there. I've never gone to the right because I didn't think it really went anywhere, because there's a cliff right through these bushes here that runs for kilometers. But I was looking on Google Maps, and then I noticed this structure by the lake. I'm like, what the hell is that? Turns out it's a dam. So we're gonna go check it out. And once we do get there, we'll put a little more air in this rear tire. Another steep, rocky hill. Is barely rideable in a 39.27, but we did it. We did it. Cyclocross bikes are quite capable. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but supposedly there's a waterfall near here. Wow, I'm impressed we rode that hill. Certainly wouldn't have been the limitations of the bike, it would have been me if we didn't. Maybe this is a trail to the waterfall. There's a trail right here. Very steep. Appears to be rideable here. Huh. Wonder there's an easier way down there. Well, we'll take the hard way. Man, we need to get to the other side to get the right view. I wonder things I do for you guys. Warm water. Look at that, guys. Nice. I forget what the name of these falls are, but when I get home I'll look it up again. Gorgeous. Get back from whence we came. Very nice. Glad we came to check that out. Oh, now we gotta climb out of here. Of course, Velcro doesn't like water, especially Velcro on 5-year-old shoes. Okay, now try to get to our goal. Fortunately, we go uphill right away. Definitely need some easier gearing on this bike. I can ride this, but it's too hard to do it all the time. I hate this groin and stuff. Can't see what's under there, and I'm on a bike where you kind of need to know. And there's huge rocks hidden in this grass. Definitely fat bike territory. Man, we've been going up quite a bit with very little down. Well, actually, it all makes sense because this dam is holding back Loch Lomond, which is up on top of a mountain, basically a flat top mountain. So we're going up to that level, but stair-stepping our way up. Oh, finally a well-worn in trail. Ah, looks like we're finally here. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Loch Lomond Dam. If there's an easy way across. It looks like the trail continues across there. In the wintertime, on the fat bike, apparently snowmobiles come down here, so another cool ride we'll be able to do come winter. Beautiful. Okay. So that took an hour and a half. I'm going to put more air in the back tire. Let's just go look down over here first. Nice. You know, the other thing is when this is totally frozen, covered with snow, we might actually be able to ride a fat bike down a lot of this river. Okay, that should be better. The pressure I put in originally was one of the rules of thumb for cyclocross is that if you push down really hard with the palm of your hand, you should be able to strike the rim. That's like cyclocross racing pressure. We're out in the boonies with no cell service, with one spare tube. Okay, well, we have changed our battery memory card for the way home. Not sure how much of the footage on the way home I'll end up using. I actually better take a big drink here of... It's hard to drink on this trail because it's so rough, it's pretty difficult to take a hand off the handlebars and drink. Okay. Let's get out of here. Definitely already feel the difference in the rear tire. Much bumpier ride. The other thing I'm checking out to see is if I can bring my motorcycle through here to make, surprise, essentially the same video, but on my motorcycle channel. I'm not the world's greatest motorcycle guy, especially when it comes to off-road. Don't like biting off more than I can chew, and especially by myself. If you're with a buddy who can help you, in case your bike gets jammed or stuck, or you drop it and you're so exhausted you need help lifting it up or something like that. But my main motorcycle riding buddy is out of town working. See, not fun. Not fun on a bike like this. I mean, it does it. It'll do it. But this long downhill section, I'm barely pedaling. I'm barely getting any exercise, whereas on my fat bike, I would come barreling through here. But I just wanted to see if I could do it, and I can. And if there was a zombie apocalypse, this bike, cyclocross bike, would certainly help you survive through it with some easier gearing and fattest tires you can run. More rocky, gnarly, loose downhill, designed for a mountain bike or a fat bike. Okay, so the road should get a little bit better now. Definitely nowhere near as grown in, but there's plenty of rocky terrain to deal with here. And my heart rate is barely over 100 beats a minute because we can't pedal many places. I want to go faster, but I know that I've had a bunch of rim strikes on the front tire, and I don't want to pinch flat at high speed on the front. Okay, this was the toughest climb that we managed to do. Now we get to go down it. Oh, that's not true. There were climbs that were even tougher than this. They were just too technical or too rocky to ride. That was the first time I had been down to see those hills. Well, they were too rocky and too technical to ride on this bike. I'm sure I could have ridden the majority of them on my fatty. Okay, we're coming back out to civilization, more or less. That'll be our top speed today, because that's the biggest downhill today. Okay, well, ride is pretty much done. We'll be just over 3 hours when we get home. So yeah, thanks for watching.